County Clare in Ireland is one of the westernmost parts of the European Union. Tourism and agriculture are key industries in this windswept, barren region. Campaigning for the European parliamentary elections is underway in the provincial town of Ennis, but it's not necessarily apparent. The only poster that's up in the town is for Declan Ganley, the head of Libertas. The Eurosceptics are splashing out for this election race. They've invited Ennis business people to a gourmet lunch. The founder of the party, Declan Ganley, presents himself as one of their own.
I'm asking for the trust, for the votes of people, for people to expend that currency that they have. I'm okay with that.
He speaks in the language of commerce, describing politicians in Dublin and Brussels as incompetent managers. He also condemns the Lisbon Treaty and says that Germany and France are Ireland's enemies.
Anybody that tells you that the Lisbon Treaty or the European Constitution was not going to have a detrimental effect on our tax competitiveness doesn't know what they're talking about. This elite in Brussels does not want Ireland's tax competitiveness to remain. Why? Because they think it takes away investment from them.
He's found a receptive audience in Ennis.
If our taxes, for example, are increased up to whatever, 15, 17.5%, 20%, then we don't become competitive anymore.
I think we would have been very impressed with Declan's clarity of vision. There's no doubting that this is a man who says it as he feels.
Municipal elections are being held the same day as the European poll in Ennis. Brian Meany is running as a Green regional parliamentary representative in the local race. He is warning voters about Libertas.
Because I know you.
There is an awful lot of fear being generated by Mr. Ganley in relation to Europe. Europe is quite a benign entity. Europe has done nothing but be positive for Ireland. It's been positive for our economy and it's been positive for us culturally.
Brian Meany has taken a close look at Libertas. There is speculation on the internet that Declan Ganley's party is receiving funding from the US, where Ganley is said to have good business connections.
He seems to represent a very, sinister, mysterious, pro-American business element that seems intent on causing as much instability in Europe as they possibly can.
But Declan Ganley disputes that Libertas is receiving money from the US.
These are just lies, but when they're attacking us with lies, it means we're being effective.
At a campaign event at a shopping centre, local supporters from Ennis are helping out. Most of them oppose abortion, just like Declan Ganley. Ireland is predominantly Catholic and abortion is a hot issue.
Oh, really?
Personally, yes, I think it would be very likely that Europe would force abortion into Ireland, and that would be awful. I think it would be a terrible thing.
EU money would be going for foreign abortions in third world countries, and certainly I would not like to think that I was paying taxes to help in that area.
Have you got one of those?
The issue addressed by the flyer is marriage for homosexual couples, which the EU supports as part of its anti-discrimination policies. For Libertas proponents, it reflects their moral concerns.
The directive concerning homosexuality.
But the press spokesman doesn't want us reporting on that. He says it's not representative of the party.
How does he mean it's not representative?
At a community gathering in Ennis, the economy is the topic. Green regional parliamentary representative Brian Meany has something to say.
Mr. Ganley, I would put it to you. Your policies and your agenda is going to drive this economy out over the edge.
Ganley's comeback was to say that just like all the other political parties, when it comes to the economy, the Greens are illiterates. Some say that on that evening, Libertas won on points. But only the vote will show if the Eurosceptic policies of Libertas will find fertile ground in other countries.